Good day all. I am Dr. T. Arunmozhi, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Commerce, KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science. I welcome you all for the presentation on legal provisions in underwriting. In my previous video, I have given the introduction of underwriting. You can refer to that. This is for the syllabus for MCOM degree and UG degree. It is based on the curriculum of all universities on this subject. Now we move on to what are the legal provisions and the underwriting commission brokerage. Legal provisions, the articles to authorize part of a commission to be paid out of proceeds or profits or both, maximum 5% as rate of commission on shares and maximum 2.5% as rate of commission on debentures. I hope you understand this is for the underwriting commission students. Like you need to understand underwriter is a person who sells the unsold shares of any companies or undertakes the shares to sell. But here for his service, what the service he does, he is getting a commission as called as an underwriting commission. For what is the percentage of it? It seems like maximum 5% on commission on shares and maximum 2.5% on debentures. No commission is offered to public for subscription. Prospectus to disclose name of underwriters, rate and amount of commission and the section to be underwritten. A copy of a contract to the registrar has to be submitted. Remuneration payable to underwriters for underwriting the issue of shares or debentures. The amount payable to brokers who merely procure or try to procure subscription to shares or debentures is called as underwriting commission brokerage. Brokers meaning he may be an individual, a partnership firm, joint stock companies can become an underwriter. Brokers merely try to procure subscription to shares or debentures. Responsibility is taken up the shares and debentures which are not subscribed by public or existing shareholders. Do not take up the responsibility to take up the shares and debentures which are not subscribed by public or existing shareholders. Where will it appear? This underwriting part, where will it appear in the balance sheet? It is shown under the current assets or other non-current assets. To depend on whether the amount will be amortized within 12 months or after 12 months may also appear under both. The details will be shown in notes to accounts. Now we are moving on to sub-underwriters. Who is a sub-underwriter? To spread the risk of under subscription, main underwriter may enter into subsidiary contracts with certain persons. Underwriters working under main underwriters are called as sub-underwriters. Then company is not a party to these contracts. What do you call it as a marked applications, which bears the stamp of an underwriter. The benefit is given to particular underwriter in whose favor applications have been marked as unmarked applications. Then they do not bear the stamp of an underwriter. Unmarked applications are received directly from public. Benefit is given first to company to the extent issue is not underwritten by underwriters in case of partial undertaking. Then if there is surplus, then benefit of such unmarked applications is given to the underwriters. Full underwriting is the meaning. Whole of the issue of shares or debentures is underwritten by one or more underwriters. For example, if S Limited makes a public issue of 40,000 equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 490 per share and the entire issue is underwritten by ABC in the ratio of 2:2:1. Then benefit of the unmarked applications is given to underwriters. Partial underwriting. When a part of issue of shares or debentures is underwritten, If S Limited makes a public issue of 40,000 equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 490 per share and the 20,000 equity shares are underwritten by ABC in the ratio of 2:2:1, it is called as partial underwriting. The benefit of unmarked application is first given to companies. In case of above example, the shares will be given to company. Next, the benefit of unmarked applications will be given to the underwriters. Sole and joint underwriting. Sole underwriting is when the issue of securities is underwritten by only one underwriter. Joint underwriting is when the issue of security is underwritten by only two or more underwriters. Normal, pure or conditional underwriting. Underwriter takes up an agreed portion of securities not taken up by the public. Underwriter not liable if the security are fully or oversubscribed. Firm underwriting. We call this firm underwriting as underwriter takes up a specified number of securities irrespective of number of securities subscribed by the public. Underwriter makes a commitment to take specified number of securities in addition to unsubscribed section. Generally, underwriters agree to buy such number of shares or debentures which are not to be taken up by the public, but sometimes the underwriting agreement provides that the underwriters will purchase certain shares themselves. Such an agreement of outside purchase of securities with the underwriters is called firm underwriting. This liability is an addition to the shares not taken up by the public. Such an agreement creates confidence in the minds of investing public. Determination of liability of underwriters. When the issue is fully underwritten without firm underwriting, issue is fully underwritten with some firm underwriting, issue is partially underwritten without firm underwriting, issue is partially underwritten with some firm underwriting. All these cases, the underwriters takes the responsibility. Hope you understood the concept for the legal provisions in underwriting. We would meet in the next video. Thank you.